I want to give an example from science. Jennifer alluded to it. Why is it the case, not just with women creative directors, but why is it that we have so few scientists? This is a really great test that was designed in 1983. 5,000 school children, unaided, draw me a scientist. Who do they draw? In 1983, 28 children out of 5,000 drew a female scientist. That means when we think about a scientist, who we're looking for is that smart guy. Notice in 1983 he has glasses. He looks a little bit kind of geeky. Today there's a little more diversity in who we see. The women almost always have glasses, and maybe the women are more naturalists. They're not lab scientists. So we've evolved who we think of as scientists a little, but still, when you walk into a room, this is exactly who you're expecting to be the best scientist. So the question I will ask too is, do women scientists stand an equal chance of achieving the role of lab manager? The study that Jennifer referred to just came out of Yale. What they did is they took 2 one-page summaries, one for Jennifer, one for John, otherwise identical. Took them to 6 research institutes, 3 private, 3 public. And they just asked these professors rather quickly, they didn't want them talking to their colleagues, to evaluate Jennifer or John, they only got 1 resume, to see who would make a better lab manager. This is the way perceptions shape outcome, literally 0 difference in their application. What we see, out of a score of 7, John gets a 4, Jennifer gets a 3.3. What's really interesting about this study, they're not outstanding candidates. They have promise, but they're not stellar. So we're not talking about the 1%, we're talking about pretty average people. Even amongst pretty average candidates, John is being offered almost $5,000 more as a starting salary. And when asked, will you mentor this candidate, who do they pick? John is getting the mentoring, Jennifer is not. So this is the way, think of that, a harmless picture drawn about a scientist with 5,000 children. What do we see? 30 years later, we see the outcome is that people are picking John.